Hi, everybody, and welcome back to And Here's Modi. It's me, Leo, and Periel in the studio. Thank you to our sponsors, friends, collaborators, A&H Provisions, Best Kosher Meats, Glatt Kosher Meats, and Seth would invite you to visit the factory to see how beautiful everything is over there, and hot dogs that are so good, even Goyim understand that it's better than any other hot dogs they're going to ever eat. And their website is
kosherdogs.net with a promo code of Modi for 30% off your first order.
all right. Whites in Luxembourg, the law firm you want on your side. Chas v'shalom, you should ever need a law firm. They're amazing, and they're good friends of the podcast. And Arthur is a friend, and we thank them very much for helping us do this podcast. And we're gonna just jump right in. We have so much to talk about.
Yeah. So Periel, it's been a minute.
Their website is whitesandlux.com, and they're also special because they not only do well, but they also do good.
Right. They're very philanthropic.
Wow.
Philanthropic. They both work at Whites and Luxembourg. Philanthropic.
I know Thropic's mother. She's not very nice. She's misanthropic. It's been a minute. We were here. We did an episode without you with Jake Cohen.
I know.
You were away. And then Modi did a solo episode with Cantor Benny.
I saw Cantor.
Which was amazing.
Which was actually very good.
People sending me pictures of all the weddings that the Cantor spoke about.
I told you the one-on-ones you did with Ellie Levin was also a hit. Like people love talking.
That's very niche, very niche.
Very niche, but it was great.
It's great. I loved watching that, and I've also been getting DMs about this Cantor that they're like.
Yeah, this like infamous Cantor.
Yeah,
people are like writing in their connection. Like he did my cousin's wedding.
I got one too.
Yes, but he and they're sending me the pictures, and he was iconic. He was like
amazing.
He was amazing.
So yeah, that was a good episode. Okay. But now the three of us are back. A lot has happened.
A lot. Bonjour.
And Periel was in Paris,
Israel.
We were in Berlin. Where do you guys want to start?
I think we should start with Berlin. It was so epic. We were in Berlin, and we
were brought in for Jewish Culture Week Berlin.
Yeah, we were right. We were brought in for Jewish Cultural Week Berlin, and it was our first time in Berlin. My first time in Berlin.
My first time in Berlin too.
And you're thinking this is Berlin. This is where, yes, it's like I know things have changed, but this is still where the OG of let's get rid of all the Jews came from, like of the war of the Holocaust, and we'd fly in there.
Do you think everyone knows what OG means?
I don't know, but
I think that's my vocab infiltrating. Sorry, keep going.
Okay, so we fly into Berlin, and it's our first time there, and we're like, you get from the movies, everything is still in your head, like Berlin, and Leo in the car is like, that building's a little Reichy. It's a little bit from the Reich. It's one of those old buildings that you just see like where Hitler would have spoken, and then like you think there'd be posters, and because you just imagine it, and the only thing we saw were banners for the Jewish Cultural Festival with my face on it, and it was 2 sold-out shows. There's 10,000 Jews in Berlin. 1,000 came to the show. It was unbelievable. It was like you couldn't imagine it. It was like, where are the Nazis now?
It really was Mashiach energy.
It was Mashiach energy. There's no Nazis, but there's Jews laughing in a cultural festival for Jewish in Berlin.
Incredible.
It's like we're still here. We're laughing. We're having the best time. And the best part of the whole thing, one of the sponsors of the festival was Mercedes-Benz. And they gave us this driver and this S500, like it was a Maybach.
Oh my God.
It was really sick.
And we were driving around the city.
It was really sick.
Like literally, like we were in the...
Like you were like DJ Khaled.
No, it was more like Adolf Eichmann. Just, I wanted to wave out the window to everybody like this. We were just... I want to see the city, but I don't want to like go into everything.
Right.
So like they showed us all the exhibits, and this place is that's the government, and this is the Holocaust Museum. This is the other Holocaust Museum. There's another Holocaust Museum.
Yeah. But shout out to Ari and Diana. They did an amazing job with the festival.
Yeah, and it was like...
Wait, can we get back to this Mercedes for a second?
It was insane.
It was really sick. It was really sick.
It was sick.
Do they want to give you guys a Mercedes?
No, it was for the festival. So the talent got a driver, and we got to see the city.
It's amazing.
And Berlin is like, it's either a Holocaust museum or some sex dungeon. It's like, I feel like there's nothing in between almost.
Sounds like it was perfect for you guys.
Either way, it's a spiritual experience.
Either way, it's fun for the whole family. And it was just unbelievable.
It was like, for me, watching you blow the shofar on stage.
That's right.
You in Berlin at a show full of Jews. It was like when there's a wildfire and then afterward, like after a little bit passes and everything is like still black and whatever, but like a little green thing is shooting up out of the fire. Yeah. That's what it seemed like laughter, just like it's shooting out of Berlin. Part of the novelty we learned based on what the conversations that we had with people in the community there, because people were stopping you in the street.
Right.
Is that part of the appeal of going to see you do these shows was like, they can't believe that a Jew is on stage screaming about being a Jew. That their Jewishness is very quiet and subdued, and no one talks about it. And here you are, and here you are coming into Berlin, guns ablaze, like on stage screaming about Ashkenazi and Sephardic and this and that, and they were just mesmerized that you were able to do that.
On the street, we ran into this couple, blonde, blue-eyed guy and his girlfriend, who's Israeli, Ethiopian. And she says, my boyfriend loves you and he just can't get over how Jewish you are, and we can't wait to see you on Tuesday. And like he just says, like, nobody talks about being Jewish here. He was the kids go to a Jewish school until they're like in junior high school or high school, so they only interact with Jewish kids. The other kids don't see them until later on, and it's still kind of hidden. Crazy things. They showed me the synagogue. So there's a lot of synagogues in Berlin, and the reason they didn't burn them down or break them down is because they're all surrounded by residential housing. They never set them on fire.
Right.
So they brought us into this one massive synagogue where they had a fashion show for the festival and also singers. I forgot the names of who they brought in, but they had, and like this massive synagogue, one of these like huge things. And they said during the war, that's where the Nazis kept their horses. And then now we walked into the courtyard and you see little kids in the Hebrew school that are playing there with yarmulkes. And it's just so surreal. And they had like in the area where we were staying, they had in front of the homes where Jews were taken away, they have little plaques, like with their name.
Yeah.
Benjamin Friedman, who was taken to Auschwitz in 1941, and this and that. It was it was a lot. It was a lot. And then the shows, and then just like boom, just Jewish. I'm proud to be. And they were like, wow. It was unbelievable. It was just really.
It sounds really incredible. I hope you guys sold a lot of hats.
We didn't bring any hats.
I'm bringing yarmulkes to Israel, and if we have any left, I'm bringing them to Paris. I'm working on the merch thing. It's a moving target. We did. No, but if you are listening to this, actually, if you go to modilive.com and click the shop or store, where I don't know what word it says, but if you click that, it'll take you to a new website that has like a bunch of stuff on there.
Yeah, hats
and target is amazing.
It's a moving target.
It's a moving target. I love that so much. I feel like that is really, really special.
And I think in Paris it's going to be the same thing.
Paris.
Yeah, we added a fourth show in Paris.
Yeah.
I might really have to.
You might have to come back. I know you were just in Paris.
I will go back to the airport right now. I just got off a plane less than 24 hours ago. I am wearing my I Love Paris t-shirt. I will get back on an airplane right now. That city
is so gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So incredible. It's like the United States seems like such a garbage pit after you spend a few days in that.
What it is I figured it out one time I was there. What it is it's anywhere your eyes land, it's just pretty.
It's stunning.
So all the buildings are the same size and the same type. Whereas in New York, you just see one nice building and then like some tenement,
grotesque architecture.
Yeah, or then the bodega, and then
it's not New York
it's
though.
It's so beautiful.
New York
and
is
lined, and
New York
even
is
Hitler
fine.
knew like not to bomb it.
I mean, listen. You say what you will about the Nazis, their fashion was on fucking point.
Okay, let's.
I had that conversation with Godfrey. But
I thought you were going to say with Gav Bellino.
No, but Paris is gorgeous.
Paris is gorgeous. It's not just that it's gorgeous. It's that I think that they pay attention to every single detail, from the sugar packets to what the salt is served in.
Yeah, it's considered. Yes. Everything is considered.
It is so chic. It was just, and I was really nervous because I lived in Paris for several months when I was much younger, and people were like, I haven't been there in like 20 years. The Paris that you remember is not the Paris you're going back to. It is filled with anti-Semitism. And I do not doubt that there's anti-Semitism in Paris and every place else, but I would just like to say that I did not see any of that. And I was so relieved because it was really, I was really concerned. But I walked around with my chai and my Hebrew earrings, and it was just so magical.
Well, we added,
but I missed you guys so much.
I know.
It was very.
I feel like a lot has happened.
I think months have been passed.
What else has happened? Where else have we been?
I went to Israel. That was.
So we're copying you. So
we've been to Fire Island. We've been everywhere. We kind of caught up on that with the other episodes. Yeah. Wait, so Paris is in Israel. You were in Israel.
I was in Israel and I was in Greece.
Right. Yeah, she's been busy this one.
So how is Israel? What's the vibe?
The vibe is sick. I mean, it's Israel. It was amazing. What? I did not go to a protest.
I saw you did a comedy show.
I did do a show. That was really fun. That was really fun. It's always fun doing comedy shows in Israel. And Israel is in a little bit of a situation right now politically. So. Yeah, it's a little bit dicey.
Yeah, we're at the time of this recording, it's currently UN week here in New York City, and our friend Gilad Ardan was detained for protesting the Iranian president's speech, I believe.
Really?
Yeah. So things are getting a little spicy.
But Israel never.
We had dinner with him. Remember that?
Yeah, good for him.
Where is he? We should have him on the show. Is he
he's in New York.
He's a huge fan.
Is he in like a dungeon somewhere?
The Frozen Comedy Festival. No, I bet you they just. I doubt it was like a. It probably sounds more crazy than it is.
I don't know. It sounds pretty serious.
Israel. I mean, I've been going to Israel my entire life. I speak Hebrew. I could not be more intimately acquainted with this culture, and every time I'm there, I'm just blown. Like, I'm just in total culture shock.
At how more advanced it is.
No, at how primitive.
Oh.
So it's like, on the one hand, it's so advanced and it's so sophisticated, and
it's the duality.
Yes.
And that's what makes it sexy. It's that it's this thing that's clawing its way out of a desert that shouldn't be there, that is metropolitan and cosmopolitan and progressive, yet religious, yet there's a lot happening, and that's what makes it so dynamic. It's not a one-dimensional city.
I went to the market, the shooks there, these like open air markets, and I took my 10-year-old, and there were these two men who were just screaming at each other, fighting. Like they're running like a shop, right? It'd be like going into a store here, and one's like, "You're garbage, you're a piece of shit." And Ari is just standing there, and his eyes are like, the size of saucers. He can't believe it. And then, the next minute they're just like, trading like almonds and raisins.
Yeah, whenever you're on the phone with your mom, afterwards I'm always like, "What's wrong? Is everything okay?" And you're like, "No, yeah, that's just how we talk."
Yeah,
like it's in Hebrew, but I don't know what's going on. Everyone's screaming. Like
it's just talking. Everything's fine. It's like you think there's like a war going on. It's like, oh no, they're just talking.
What's something juicy we could talk about? Let's stir the pot a little bit today.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, we've been watching, by the way, from day one of season 1, episode 1 of Sex and the City.
Oh,
yeah, we've been
just like that.
Seeing Leo,
no, we are caught up.
Sex and the City,
like 1998, season 1.
Season 1.
We're on season 3 now, right?
Yeah,
You've seen it before. You've never seen it before.
I've seen it, but I also feel like I've lived it.
You were born that year.
No, but I was. Sex and the City would not have been allowed in my house. I was not exposed to any of that.
It's
obviously
forbidden media.
Things like you see in the background, like this says pharmacy and it says fax service.
Yeah,
you want to be able to see the fax from there, from the pharmacy.
Can I say something? I've been watching it just like that, and I love it, whatever. And I understand that like Sex and the City was this like huge cultural phenomenon, and so, but I was kind of hesitant to rewatch it from season 1 because I was like, it's kind of like when you watch anything from the beginning, you're like, oh, it kind of takes a while to get good or this and that, but it is an impressive show. Right away.
What the Just Like That?
No, Sex and the City.
Okay, Sex and the City. Yeah, that's great.
From season
Just Like
1
That is afterwards.
Yes, I thought
Sex and the City is in the 90s.
Yes, I've seen
and they were giving it.
Yes,
now they're calling it in.
They were talking about some interesting topics too.
It's like topics.
I remember loving her like Patricia Field, who did the fashion for that,
who lives in our building.
I know.
I have yet to work up the gumption to be like, "Hi, do you want to?"
Oh my God, you totally should. My friend.
I need to talk to her. I'm not very neighborly, and it's something.
Oh my God, she is so fucking cool. She used to date one of my really good friends at the time, and she used to have these lesbian boozy brunches once a month when she had her place on the Bowery, and I used to get invited to these things. So it was like me and 25 lesbians and Pat Field, and she would just be like smoking. And her, she is the coolest.
These 2 dogs that look like they've been slept on. and she's very cool. She lives in our building. We have to ask. I'll ask her. Okay. So, but watching and like, there's like things that Leo doesn't get because he didn't live in New York in the 90s, and I'm watching this, I'm dying.
Like what?
Outfits. She goes on a date with a guy who his job is he sells. Remember the phone cards?
Yeah, of course.
Long distance phone cards.
Of course.
And he was like, he's showing it there. He's like, he has no idea what they're talking about. And it's just so great.
I'm sorry that I was learning how to walk while the show was airing.
There's no cell phone, so they had to you actually got stood up. It's just a great way to just remember that time.
Fun show. It's a fun show.
And it's easy. 22 minutes. No one gets hurt. No one gets killed. There's no shooting. You can go to bed afterwards.
It's a fun show.
Yeah.
It's a nice little aperitif before the mattress.
Okay, that's not controversial though.
No,
you wanted to stir the pot.
Stir the pot? What can we stir the pot with? I don't know.
Well, I mean, I haven't seen you guys in like a month and a half.
Well, so you missed the whole thing with the video with Jay Cohen, which we spoke about enough, but
yeah, it's enough of that already.
Yeah. We went to Jake's, he had this big party, and like the who's who of the Upper West Side was there.
Well, apparently not, since I wasn't.
Well, you were away.
You guys are going to be doing Isaac Mizrahi soon. Here,
Isaac.
Without me, but
why? What? Yeah, what's?
I have a doctor's appointment. Okay, I am not in town more often than not now, so I have to do like days of just back-to-back doctor's appointments,
you
like
are
dermatologist,
so responsible.
Dentist, orthodontist. I have to do everything all in one day because
I have not been to a doctor in like 7 years.
Stop. I feel like I'm every 4 minutes.
No, we go. Well, we get our blood work done every month.
Yeah.
Why?
To keep in shape.
You gotta test those levels, honey.
Yeah.
Do you know what your hormones are at?
No.
I need to be heavily medicated. No, all right, we need to know what. I'm just kidding. I'm not medicated.
I know where my hormones are if I feel like a hair coming out of my chin.
Ew.
I don't grow facial hair. I don't know what that
My Ari came up to me and I was like checking my upper lip. You know, I get threaded, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We get threaded. We get our eyebrows threaded. We get.
I thread my eyebrows.
You and Ari?
No, some ladies.
Talking about a collective we.
Some ladies who don't want to have facial hair. Other ladies do, and I fully support that. But I myself prefer to, rein it in.
I like a woman with a nice 5 o'clock stubble.
Yeah, that's fine. That could be hot too. It's just not my personal choice. And Ari's looking at me and he goes, "Mommy, I think you have a mustache." Because that's how Guy says mustache, because he has a Hebrew accent. He goes, "You have a mustache." And then he started singing this song. He goes, "My mom's so weird. She has a mustache, but not a beard."
Oh my God.
Wow.
Good for him.
Kind of creative.
Anyway, so yeah, I'm in good shape right now. My hormones are okay because I don't have a 5 o'clock shadow.
Period. My birthday is this weekend and it falls on Yom Kippur.
Shut up.
Rather than sitting around being sad on Yom Kippur, because it's a sad
I'm looking
one.
at the
It's not a sad one.
Well, it's not a fun one.
I happen to enjoy Yom Kippur.
Okay, well, it's my birthday.
The 24th or the 25th?
The 24th.
Oh my God, I'm putting that on my calendar.
I'm leaving Saturday. This is probably going to air already, but I'm leaving Saturday. This is a rare occasion where Modi and I are not going to be attached at the hip, which we usually are. I'm going to be, especially for
a birthday.
A birthday or something like that.
What's going on here?
Modi's staying in town doing the break fast with his family, going to shul, etc. I am getting on a flight on Saturday and going down to Miami with 2 friends, and I'm going to check into the Standard, and I'm going to sit by the pool, and I'm going to
enjoy your birthday.
Order a daiquiri, and I'm going to enjoy my birthday.
Good for you.
That's the plan.
Yeah, working for me, working for our company.
I get Jewish holidays off. Yeah.
You get even Sukkot. Sukkot, actually, no. You're working very hard, Sukkot. I can't believe we have 7 shows in Israel.
I can't believe that either.
I honestly don't know what's going on anymore.
What do you mean? No, but he knows. Spreadsheets, you shouldn't know.
Oh my gosh. They took us, so we had a driver pick us up from the airport in Berlin.
Cute.
And I got in the car.
It was his 5th day living in Berlin.
Yeah, he was brand new to Berlin.
Oh, stop.
And I got in the car and I said, "Hi, just to be clear, you're taking us to the Amano Hotel, correct?" And he goes, yes. So we get there, we pull up to a hotel. It says outside, Hotel Amano. I'm like, okay, this is the right place. I go in and I'm giving them the name. And she's like, "I don't have a reservation for you guys."
Oh, boy.
And my heart stops. And I'm like, we've been traveling for 12, 13 hours. We had the worst travel day. We were coming from Toronto. And I'm exhausted. I'm at that point where like I'm getting tunnel vision because a migraine is coming on.
Oh,
and she's telling me she doesn't have a room for me. And so quickly I said, "How many Hotel Amanos are there in Berlin?" And she goes, 6. And I run outside. He hadn't left yet, the driver. I said, wait. And just because I have a spreadsheet of like all of the names of where we're supposed to be and like addresses and confirmation numbers, I pulled it up. I was like, "Is this not where we are?" And he was like, "No."
Keep in mind, the whole time I'm speaking to him in Yiddish.
Yeah, Modi got to Germany. Modi doesn't speak German. He gets to Germany. He starts speaking to everyone in Yiddish.
Stop it.
We went to a department store. We were trying to make a purchase. He starts speaking to Modi in German.
And Modi
just says 9. I was like, "What did he just say?" I was like, he was like, he asked for if we wanted a bag. I was like, "What?"
Yeah, no.
Because it's close, right?
If it's very close, like a wie weit, how far? Wie weit to the hotel? I throw a little German accent in there. Wie weit to the hotel? How far to the hotel? It's Yiddish.
That's brilliant. I could hold my own in French. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna struggle.
Killing it.
I'm gonna struggle in France. I hear they get upset if you don't at least try to speak to them in French.
I'm gonna speak to them in Yiddish.
No.
I'm gonna speak to the French in Yiddish, and that'll be that.
The French have a bad rap. Okay,
well, I think they kind of deserve it.
Well, you haven't been there yet. You're gonna.
I've been to France.
Okay, you haven't been to Paris.
I just have somehow not been to Paris.
Okay, you'll be in Paris. You'll see.
No. You are going to. If anybody is going to love Paris, it is going to be you.
Yeah.
We also have 2 friends there that just moved there, and they have an art gallery open.
It is such a busy, so chic.
Yeah, it's pretty chic.
And Mike, you're going to appreciate it because people actually are not animals.
Can I say something? I was very impressed by the street fashion in Berlin.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
These Bushwick kids wish. Let me just say that.
Yes.
These kids in Bushwick and Williamsburg or wherever they wish. They could never. Like the Berlin kids were doing what.
Wait until you see Paris.
Granted, I think a lot of those kids were from Bushwick and they're just in Berlin doing a
No.
Yeah, that's.
Because in Europe, and I'm going to talk again about Paris, in America, it's like if you are a person of means, then you'll probably pull together like a sophisticated look. You'll have an expensive bag. You'll have, 27 bags delivered to your hotel room from Hermes.
Mm-hmm.
In France, everyone puts themselves together. Maybe they'll have one Goyard bag or one Chanel bag.
And the rest Zara, but done well.
No, there's no Zara. They're not buying a ton of garbage.
They just buy nice
They're
stuff.
carrying one Chanel bag.
They go to the grocery store for what they need for the day. They buy the one nice shirt that they're going to wear all the time instead of 10 shitty shirts.
And that's why they stink. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, we'll see.
We flew through Dublin. We had the worst flight.
Why? I feel like you guys always have such good flights.
I had a show in Toronto.
No, we messed up. I messed up with the flights because we had to get from Toronto to Berlin. So what we should have done is fly from Toronto back home, landed at JFK, and then connected to Berlin. For some reason, in wherever I was when I booked this trip, we had to fly Toronto, Dublin, Berlin. And you're like, how bad could it be?
Yeah, that sounds not terrible.
Awful.
Why?
Horrible. First of all,
Aer Lingus.
The airport in Dublin.
If you're on the board, you can board.
The airport.
Board.
There was this. We had to take a bus to get to the plane. It was one of those things. And the guy's like, "If your flight is on the board, you can board." And I was like, "What?"
And I'm just like,
saying?
what are you saying? I'm just imitating him.
And the flight number was 333.
Right.
And they're like, "If your flight is tree." I was like, "Is that
really a thing?"
I was like, "Flight number tree." I was like, "Tree."
Yeah, and they drink. It's
right,
no
yeah,
joke.
they are.
So we board the flight 5:30 a.m. 6 we take off, but they setting up the cart, and I hadn't seen those little bottles of alcohol. Remember those little bottles of alcohol?
Yes.
She had a full thing, and she goes into the back of the plane and she sold them all.
Yeah, by the time she got to the front, it
was empty. They all had what to drink back there.
No, but this is kind of some key for those frequent flyers out there who have not connected through Dublin, which I had not before. Dublin is one of 6 airports that has pre-clearance to the USA, which means this: you land, you have to go through security to get on your connecting flight again. And security, like take your shoes off, take your laptop out. They do this whole thing with your toiletries.
Oof.
So you have to do that. Then if you have a connecting flight to the United States, you have to do it again.
Oh.
Yeah.
Again, you have to do the same thing. Take your shoes off, take everything out of your bag, and then you have to go through passport control in Dublin.
Oh, for the love of God.
So
but that's great because then when you get to America,
it makes your connecting. We were in that airport.
You have to leave a big space of time.
Yeah,
you can't land at one.
The food is disgusting.
I was going to say the food is probably
the food is disgusting. And by the way, the food in Germany not much better. And we
wait.
No, I was going to say we ate at one Israeli restaurant that was good.
We give you Mashiach energy. So again, I'm walking around Germany speaking Yiddish to everybody. Everything I'm trying to read to see if I can make out what it means. I like verkauf buy the groceries, buy the groceries. I'm like, yes, I can live here. I speak German. And we're in the hotel, and there's a restaurant underneath called Habayit. The house in Hebrew. And I'm reading it. Habayit. I'm trying to figure out. It's Habayit. Even Leo's like, Modi, it's the house. And it's an Israeli restaurant. They had like salat shel safta.
Oh.
It was so good. Grandma's salad. It was so delicious that we were there. And give it shout out, Mitch Amano. The Amano hotel chain.
I did. I just told our whole story about getting to the Amano. They put the Hotel Amano was very great.
It was amazing.
Us up in like a apartment type of thing.
And they have different places in the city where if you want,
make sure you're going to the right Amano.
But it's a great place to stay, and the rooms are like super nice and like in an older building. The one we stayed was like in an older building, but like it was really well done.
I love Europe. I'm
great.
turning into just an absolute.
I think I got food poisoning in Europe.
In where?
I don't know. I don't want to talk about. I mean, I do want to talk about it because I brought it up.
Where?
I don't know where, but I've been in gastrointestinal distress since we've landed. I don't know if it happened in Dublin or Berlin or something, or in the airport lounge.
It definitely happened in Dublin.
Or what? No. I was fine in Toronto, and then after that,
speaking of Lux in Berlin, we were invited to this thing, Fotografica.
Oh, there's a museum here in New York called Fotografiska.
Yeah,
that is now open with an F, spelled with an F.
FOTO.
And they're opening several locations.
Dyslexics among us.
I think they've opened one in London.
Yeah.
I think more than several locations, and we went to the opening of the one in Berlin.
Was it opening or is it?
Yeah, it was the grand
Wait a second.
opening.
Oh, was
Are
it?
you? Wait a second.
I think
I'm
it was like
sorry.
the new opening.
I need some more information here. When you guys are doing these insane travels, you have to be checking luggage. There's no way.
No, this trip we did not. With this trip, we presented a challenge to ourselves because we always overpack. I'm always checking luggage. We had to do this journey from New York, Toronto, do a show, Toronto, Berlin, stay in Berlin for like, how long were we in Berlin? 4 days?
Yeah.
And we did it all in a carry-on.
How you're on stage sweating.
Yeah.
The suit at the end could have walked home.
It could have walked. The suit at the end, there was no air conditioning in the theater in Germany.
Oh, Modi was
not
sweating.
Used to, Germany is not used to this weather.
No place in Europe has AC.
If you're in Europe and you're listening to this, consider an air conditioning unit because it's only going to get hotter. I don't understand what the thought process is. They're like, it's usually not this hot. It's usually not this hot. I was like, how many more years are you going to keep saying that?
The Jews were having flashbacks in the theater.
So hot.
It was so hot. They were dying, fanning themselves.
And are you shopping? Because I know you two love to shop.
We didn't shop like shop. We just shopped to like kill
whatever
30
stores
minutes.
were German stores. Not like, I'm not going to go to Zara and H&M.
Ew, gross. Of course not.
But like we went into, in the
like the German Macy's and we bought some stuff.
Yeah, we went to just a cute stuff.
Bring an empty suitcase for Paris.
Everything.
Like
I'm not a big shopper. I don't know.
We do. Who are you kidding? I'm not a big.
I'm not a big shopper.
No,
am I a big shopper?
No, everything arrives one daily on.
I buy things on Nike.com. They throw up to the house. I know my size and everything. I'm not going to like Hermes in Paris.
But we're gonna have to figure out when we get to Paris. It's going from Israel and going right to Paris.
That's gonna.
There's a lot of suits involved in this. I'm not one of these comics that performs in a t-shirt.
No, I know. That's
and shirts and stuff and shoes, and so it's gonna be pretty. I might be bringing 2 bags of my own.
We'll have to, yeah. We'll figure it out. We're gonna need a shoe bag for sure.
I was just in Paris with 4 girls who were.
How many shoes did they all?
I mean, they must have bought like. I mean, honestly, between like 25 pairs of shoes.
Did they declare them as customs? Or what would they do?
I don't know. They don't care. They were just, I mean, I'm talking about like just, we had to sit on suitcases for them to close. Like these girls were not fucking around.
Good for them. Good for them. Well, I mean, we're just happy to be back. And it's,
and so when are you leaving again?
I leave this Saturday.
He leaves this Saturday.
I leave this Saturday to Miami. I come back. I'm home for a day, and then we leave to Israel.
All of Sukkot, we will be in the land of Israel, and then in Paris, and then come home, and then the shows. We go back to Europe, but then the shows in America start to happen. Thank God.
Well, we're gonna have to coordinate calendars. We've got some work to do.
Well, we've been doing it. We'll figure it out. We'll make them happen. And we just thank everybody for listening and for sending in your DMs and your lovely notes and the ones that aren't lovely.
Do you have anything fun to read?
What do you mean?
Like any crazy DM that you want to share?
They've been all good.
No,
the ones you see are all good because he.
Well, the one with the conversion, the conversion when people are giving problems. No,
I love how he's always like, we never get any anti-Semitism.
He's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
It's all so positive.
I think it's all positive. Once in a while, a nut job comes through, but it's all positive.
Sure.
What the post?
I
the post about being Jewish, about becoming Jewish. All good stuff.
Yeah, it's all good.
It's all good. So it's all good.
Nobody wants to hear the good stuff.
The special is in the entering the final stages of edits. It's going into color and sound. So stay tuned for that.
Yes, that's going to be.
That's going to come out sometime in spring of 24.
How exciting!
That's early. We're in September of 23. Tomorrow it's going to be December. And then
tomorrow's December, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So
we're about to announce like 12 US dates, all of places that I feel like you guys have been asking for, including Boston.
Yes, Boston.
So
and Atlanta.
Atlanta's already on sale.
Yes.
But
wow, how fun.
I can't wait.
Wow, we really are just like...
No, but this is it. It's a catch-up session, and we're going to cut it short. Again, thank you to A&H Provisions so much for being friends, collaborators, sponsors, and Whites in Luxembourg. Thank you for your collaborating with us, and lots more coming up. ModiLive.com for shows near you, and Modi_live on Instagram to see videos and parts of comedy shows. And you are...
I'm at Periel Ashenbrands on Instagram. All of my life is on there.
Yeah, and we've been, we'd love advice on comics now are doing shows where they're going on stage and talking to the audience. It's like an audience interaction stuff, like on a topic. So we were thinking of doing matchmaking with Modi.
Oh, that's
just
cute.
To talk about
dating
and stuff.
That's cute.
I think we should do that. Yeah. So whatever ideas you have for me to do a show that's not straight up comedy, just kind of talking, we'd love to hear it. So again, ModiLive.com. Be the friend who brings the friends to the comedy show, and we will see you at the shows. Thank you very, very much. Happy, healthy New Year. Still, we can say that. And Leo,
Happy New Year, Shana Tova. This is coming out way later, but anyway.
Yeah, but still, you can still drag it out to the end of Sukkot.
Shana Tova.
Shana Tova. Chag Sameach.
Okay.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Bye.